God brings order from nothing. In the beginning, there was nothing, a silent, formless void. No light, no sound, no life. Only God, hovering over the deep, where darkness was absolute. But this perfect emptiness was about to change forever. God spoke, and his voice echoed through the void. Let there be light. In an instant, a brilliant explosion of pure energy shattered the darkness. Light, warm and glorious, flooded the cosmos. God saw this light, and he knew it was good. He then separated the light from the darkness, calling the light day and the darkness night. And with that, the first evening and the first morning marked the end of the very first day. The stage was being set. On the second day, God's voice boomed once more. He commanded the waters to separate, creating a vast expanse between them. A great dome, a sky, stretched out like a brilliant blue canopy, holding back the waters above from the waters below. A new order was taking shape, a structure for the world to come. The second day passed, an evening and a morning. On the third day, God turned his attention to the waters gathered below. Let the dry ground appear, he commanded. The waters receded, pulling back to form vast oceans and seas, and solid land rose up from the depths. But this new earth was bare. So God spoke again, his words filled with creative power. Let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants, and trees on the land that bear fruit with seed in it. Instantly, the ground erupted in life. Tender green grass carpeted the hills. Flowers bloomed in a riot of color, and great forests of trees shot upwards, their branches already heavy with ripe fruit. The silent, brown earth was transformed into a vibrant, living garden. God saw it, and it was good. The fourth day dawned, and God looked to the heavens he had created. Let there be lights in the vault of the sky to separate the day from the night, and so it was. He made two great lights, the greater light to govern the day, a blazing, brilliant sun that poured warmth and energy onto the world, and the lesser light to govern the night, a gentle, silvery moon. And he also made the stars, scattering them across the dark expanse like a handful of diamonds, to serve as signs to mark sacred times and days and years. The cosmos now had its rhythm, a celestial clockwork of breathtaking beauty. The fourth day concluded, and God saw that it was good. On the fifth day, the world was beautiful, but it was quiet. God decided to fill it with movement and sound. Let the waters teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the vault of the sky. At his word, the oceans exploded with life. Tiny, shimmering fish and massive, gentle giants. Creatures of every shape, size, and color filled the depths, swimming and gliding through the waters. At the same time, the air filled with the flutter of wings. Birds of every kind took to the sky, majestic eagles soaring on the wind currents, tiny hummingbirds hovering over flowers, their songs a symphony that filled the air for the very first time. The world was no longer just a beautiful painting. It was alive. God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful, and increase in number, and fill the water in the seas, and let the birds increase on the earth." And it was good. As the sixth day began, God's creative focus returned to the land he had formed. "Let the earth bring forth living creatures according to their kinds," he declared. And from the soil, animals of every sort emerged. Cattle and livestock began to graze in the fields. Wild beasts, powerful and graceful, roamed the forests and plains. And countless smaller creatures crawled and scurried across the ground. The earth was now teeming with life, a vibrant ecosystem of motion, sound, and breathtaking beauty. The symphony of creation was nearing its crescendo. Everything was in place, every part working in perfect harmony. But God's masterpiece, the pinnacle of his creation, was not yet complete. Then, in a moment of divine counsel, God said, "Let us make mankind in our image and our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground." The Creator of the universe stooped down. From the very dust of the ground, he formed a new being, shaping it with love and intention. Then God leaned in close and breathed his own breath, the breath of life, into the man's nostrils. The man's eyes flickered open. His chest rose and fell with his first breath. He was alive, not just with the physical life of the animals, but with something more. He was made in the image of God himself, a reflection of the Creator, giving consciousness, spirit, and purpose. God looked out over everything he had made, the light and the darkness, the sky and the seas, the vibrant land, the celestial lights, the teeming fish and soaring birds, the magnificent animals, and man standing in the garden made in his own image. A profound sense of satisfaction filled the air. God saw all that he had made, and it was not just good. It was very good. His work was finished. His vision was a reality. And so, on the seventh day, God rested from all the work of creating that he had done. It wasn't a rest born from exhaustion, for he never tires. It was a rest of completion, of satisfaction. He blessed the seventh day and made it holy, a special day. A day to stop, to cease from labor, and to simply enjoy the goodness and beauty of creation. It was a gift, a rhythm built into the fabric of the universe, reminding us to pause, to reflect, and to remember that everything we have and everything we are comes from him. The world was ready. The stage was perfectly set. The garden was complete, and humanity was at its beginning. And the greatest story ever told was about to unfold. Thank you for watching. If this story touched you, please like, share, and subscribe for more.